In today's video, I'm going to take you through my web design and development process using Framer only. No other design tools. We're going to design everything in Framer, build everything in Framer, and have a website by the end of the video. Let's get started. So I've just created a brand new blank project right here in Framer, and I'm actually going to go over here to design, select the plus, and create a new design page. So I'm sure you've seen this, but I haven't featured it on my channel yet. You can design freely here in Framer now, and it doesn't impact your actual website pages whatsoever, so they're completely separate. So we can actually start designing our website right here, which is what we're going to do in today's video. So let's go ahead and press F for the frame tool, and I'll just drag one out and size it up to what I want. Doesn't have to be perfect, as long as it kind of looks like a hero section. That looks pretty good. Now, I don't have a exact idea of what I want to do for the website just yet, so I'm going to start blocking things out and wireframing. One of the things I've done recently is, instead of actually just using frames like this to kind of block things out, I actually started using actual typography and trying to get the type scale down. I found it really helpful to swap over from the type right from the start than just having these rectangles as the type. And I'll just put something like heading 1, just so I know what it is, and then I'll style it. That way I can already have my type scale set by the end of the wireframing process. Go with the standard 16 pixel for the paragraph text. And then again, instead of just creating a simple frame, I'm going to actually create a button. So I like to just start with text, and I'll just wrap that with a frame. So add stack, and then we'll change the height and width to fit content. I'll just add a bit of padding and a fill just to get started. We'll swap the text color over to white for the contrast, and then we can just kind of position that right there. And I'll just use kind of a block like this for all of my type throughout the entire website. So I'll go ahead and speed this up and start laying this out. So now I got my wireframe laid out. We got our hero section and some reviews here. And then on the next section, we'll show some features and then a card feature section with a call to action. And then I'm just gonna leave the footer blank because those are always easy to design, just like the navigation. And that's our wireframe. All right, so now I'm just gonna hold Option or Alt and drag over duplicate. I'm just gonna double click. I'm gonna rename this one version 1. And version 2. So since we're using design pages, obviously we can work non-destructively and just keep multiple iterations in here. I'm just going to do this in case I need to reference something over here. Probably won't, but I just like to do it just in case. So I'm actually going to start, I think, on the bottom here. I'm going to work on the call to action, get that kind of fleshed out, and then maybe go to the hero. I don't know. We'll see. I've been designing in a weird order lately, so let's see how it goes. So a bit of context for what we're designing. So Leaf Green and Fire Red just re-released on the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. So I thought it would be a cool idea to create a Pokemon guide website that takes you through these games. There's a lot of great guide websites out there, but the problem with them is they're just walls of text. So the idea is to create an interactive experience, so some kind of UI. Instead of just looking at the image, you can interact with it, move it around, you can click on certain things, it'll show you, instead of just going over here and seeing what items are, they'll be actually on the map. So it's going to be an interactive map, and it's just not going to be a wall of text. So we want to improve this user experience because a lot of people don't like this, including myself. I don't like reading. So that is what we're designing a landing page for, is a guide website that solves this wall of text problem for games like Pokemon. All right, so now that I'm almost done with this footer, what I need to do is come up with some kind of branding because we have the logo here. So I don't think I'm going to do anything crazy. I think I'm just going to use inner font, and then I already mocked up this logo, and I had ChatGPT make it. It's nothing crazy. It's just like a little Pokeball, a leaf, and a little sparkle effect, which is really cool, and that's what gave me the idea to put this sparkle effect on the buttons. That I think I'm going to continue this for all the call to actions on this site, kind of like a shiny Pokemon effect. At this point, I kind of have a good feeling for the aesthetic I want for these sections, so I'm just going to continue working my way from the bottom to the top. I might swap over to the hero section instead of doing this one next. We'll see. So I've created another duplicate, and this is version 3, so here's our 3 versions. So this one's kind of like a good midpoint between half designed and the finished product. So I've got some color decisions to make. The hero section is just plain text with black background. Definitely need to fix that. And then there's some details I want to add through here. I do like how these cards came out, but we do need to add something here as well. So we got a bit of design work to do here, but we're getting close to the final product. As far as type size and kind of the size of all of our features and stuff in here, this looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and finish this design off. So zoomed out here, you can see the evolution from our wireframe to a little bit of progress in the design, most of the UI of the actual website here, and then we have the landing page over here completely finished. As you've already seen, we added some Pokeballs in the background. I've kind of added these little tags for each one of the Pokemon to show their number and give it a little description. Thought that was a cool touch, and it kind of fit down here as well. And then we threw in the trainer you play as here in the corner. And I have the badges over here for the call to action. I thought that fit in pretty cool. So the really good thing about using design pages now is all I have to do is select the entire frame, right click, create web page. And you can see here in our pages, we have version 3, that's what it's called it. And we have our page. And I can begin to create the tablet view. And from here, I would need to add some obvious breakpoint changes to convert this to tablet and mobile, but I have the sections already set up and everything is swapped over from the design page, which is really awesome about using Framer to design in as well as just build a website. You can also use multiple pages, like I have all of my images in here that I was working on, and none of these are linked to the website. They're just here in Framer. And if I go to publish, the only thing that's going to be published are the pages of the actual site. And of course, any page that I'm linking to on the website with these buttons. Something interesting while I was designing this from the bottom to the top, I realized that if I didn't really have a good idea for the hero section, these lower sections kind of helped me create this idea. So if you're having trouble with hero sections, maybe try designing from bottom to top. It might be something cool, may not work, who knows? Just try it in your workflow and see what happens. Not only can you build websites with Framer, you can design your logo or any graphics that you want for your website. Like I created this UI for the interactive map in here. Everything was made in Framer. Design pages is a huge game changer. You no longer need a separate design tool. You can do everything here in Framer. Special thanks to Framer for sponsoring today's video. If you want to try it out for free, there's a link at the top of the description. If you get to building a website and you want to swap over to a pro plan, they gave me a code caleredwards, and that'll get you 1 month off of your pro plan. So thanks to Framer for sponsoring today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.